Hello and welcome everyone, I am Madals and welcome back to what is Dignitas week here on SC2 England. And well, I am looking at the amazing JonnyREcco. This is day 2 of the Dignitas week. Day 1 of course was Dream, day 2 Rico, and this is game 3 of his. And well, Rico in the lower left as the blue Zerg player who is up against someone. Mr. Barcode Man, the red Zerg player, and of course everyone loves these barcodes because you have no clue who's playing, and it's a personal favourite of mine, the barcode players, because it makes casting really awkward, especially in a mirror match, because at least if he was a Protoss or Terran player, I could refer to him as the Protoss or Terran player throughout the rest of this game, but due to the fact that he's a Zerg, I can't exactly go, and the Zerg! Oh, they're both Zerg. It wouldn't be very interesting to listen to. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about Dignitas week because I am so excited to be doing this and I'm so thankful to Dignitas, the lovely people down here, I've got their logo up, who have agreed to work with me on this, and it's really exciting because basically every day of this week I'm going to be following one of their players, looking at their games and really just giving them a cast and getting you guys an insight into how they play and a real highlight of them. So do follow Dignitas, obviously at Team Dignitas, follow JonnyREcco at JonnyREcco, and well, tell them how cool this is. Now, obviously, if you haven't watched all of Dream's games, then flick over to my channel, they're all up there. I'm going to be putting all of this in a playlist and basically check back every day this week for another new player. And basically, if you miss any of the days, don't worry, it'll be up in the playlist. And at the end of the week, I'm going to be putting it all into one massive playlist for you to watch and really get to know all of Team Dignitas, who are, of course, one of the UK's, well, probably the UK's biggest gaming team. And they've got StarCraft players, League of Legends players, Dota players, FPS players, everything that is a competitive esport, I think they pretty much have a team for, so you should check them out, regardless of what you like. Anyway, both these players, for the moment, going for getting their hatcheries down. The spawning pool out quite a bit earlier. It was a pool first compared to a hatch first, so not huge amounts of differences there. Now, let's talk about ZvZ and less about the players for a moment. ZvZ, of course, absolutely thrilling. Well, it's a thrilling matchup to watch because, let's face it, Banelings, Zerglings, and the micro involved in that is enough to make a grown man cry. And well, to be honest, Rico, he's 17 and he doesn't even cry at that, and that is what a good StarCraft player he is. Looking here, we're getting the gas up for both these players at similar timings, but for the moment they're being really very passive. Obviously the Overlord's coming in, they're saying, hey, well, guess there's bases coming down. Rico, be interesting to see where he's going to put that Overlord. Looks like he's actually going to come in to get a little scout. Good places to put Overlord on this map. One here, gives you all the information you need. One here, gives you a good idea of anything's coming out of that place, that way of their base, which of course allows you to know a lot about when you need to build drones, when you need to defend, etc. Now, looking here for Rico, he is just happily droning up at the moment, getting his double queen out. The hatchery obviously out a lot sooner. The single queen will be out slightly quicker, or should have been out slightly quicker, I should say. Oh no, it was, there we go. I thought, what was going on? There's eggs there. How on earth is a queen not out? But apparently, I just wasn't watching. Oh dear. But anyway, looking at what else is going on, they're both being so passive. Neither of them are getting Zerglings at the moment. Neither of them have started speed yet. It should be starting any second. There we go. Speed for Barcode Man and speed for Rico, just starting up within a couple of seconds of each other, literally about 4 seconds apart. So that is all good. We should see a Baling Nest follow up ideally, although you can rush to Roaches. It's just a little bit vulnerable to a mass Zergling style. So we're going to see what these two do. But the two pairs of Zerglings just apparently not going to fight. They're lovers, not haters, and they are just going to go and scout because that's their job, that's their role. Both players getting their Baning Nest literally at the same time, like half a second between that. That is absolutely ridiculous. This is a really closely fought match at the time being, and really it allows a lot. And of course the second queen in there for the Zerglings do manage to get in. Will it get picked off before it gets the scout off? No, it doesn't. So of course that scout very important. Does Rico manage to get the scout? I'm not sure. No, it looks like his were closed down. He pulls back, but obviously he can assume that his opponent is going for the Baning Nest. I don't know if he did manage to see that. Yeah, he did. So that's the important thing. He saw the Baning Nest come down. He knows that his opponents are similar timings to him, and that means that he can drone happily. If we look at the drone count, 35 apiece. These two literally playing identically at the moment. This must be JonnyREcco's biggest fan, knows exactly how he likes to play, and is just copying it. But meanwhile, we've got the first variation of the build so far. We've got the Evolution Chamber coming down for Rico. No Evolution Chamber for Mr. Barcode. And, well, as you can see, Banelings morphing in, defensive Banelings only, neither player wanting to make any units apparently. Just 2 Zerglings apiece and 2 Queens apiece. That's as brave as they're going to go. Obviously 2 Banelings coming in for Barcode Man. That is pretty bold. 2 Banelings and 2 Zerglings. Wow, that is pretty serious. REcco is doing nothing but get drones though. He should be a drone up. I'm surprised he isn't. I don't quite know how he isn't, to be honest. Oh, because he's got the evolution chamber, is now getting a second one. That's how he's making buildings. Anyway, these 2 Zerglings running in, the Queens trying to get there, trying to close this down, deny the scouting like a beast. As you can see there, you can see those 2 Zerglings, they just completed the wall off. That means that this double evolution chamber has been spotted, the 1-1 melee upgrades coming down, so that is going to delay roaches hugely, and may mean actually the REcco just sits there on Zerglings. He could go straight up to Infestor because he has got all 4 gas, so that is going to be probably a very, very fast infestation pit. He doesn't have Lair started though. That's the only surprising thing. The Lair started and about to finish even for Barcode. Barcode also getting up his 3rd base. I am calling him Barcode now. It's just a lot easier to say. And well, obviously REcco, he's going for a bit of aggression, quite a few Zerglings here, and is there going to be enough of a response from the red Zerg? For the time being, it looks like no. He's getting out quite a few Banelings as quickly as he can. Those Banelings are going to be needed, but if a full round goes down on that base, it could run into some problems. REcco needs to be very, very careful though, not to run into these Banelings here, and it's going to be close. Is he going to be able to get a connection? No, 1 Baneling for 1 Zergling, that's close, but of course, when the rest of these Banelings finish up, well, that gets a lot of kills straight away. Of course, 1 Zergling for 1 Baneling is fine. Anything more than that, you are not really going to be too happy. But, well, as we've got here, more Zerglings moving forward. More Zergling on Zergling action. This is pretty bold. The 3rd base still trying to go up. REcco taking his own 3rd base behind this, which, of course, is very important. Meanwhile, we've got the Zerglings moving forward. The Banelings coming in, and REcco pulls back. This is just such a tense moment of the match. These 2 are probably playing blisteringly fast. Indeed, they are. Barcode Man at 300 and, well, peaking at kind of about 370 APM, which is pretty quick. REcco, he's just playing a bit more chilled at the moment. He's just like, well, I'm just going to make you work really hard while I just happily macro up behind this. In pathogen glands coming down, as well as burrow for the red Zerg. Meanwhile, REcco trying to get a good little pick up on this hatchery, trying to get some damage. Need to be careful with those Banelings though. Such good control of those Zerglings is incredible to watch. In terms of the work count, 47 to 35 rather. So obviously, that is a slight advantage to red Zerg, but of course those Banelings are not connecting too well. REcco with the 1-1 upgrades for those Zerglings engaging incredibly well, even with the slightly inferior numbers, but you've got more coming in, more Banelings morphing. Is REcco going to be able to pick up those Banelings in time? 1 goes down very quickly, 2 goes down while it's still morphing. That is of course a big win. The 1-1 upgrades really quite potent, especially with the reinforcements coming in. REcco with a lot of momentum right now. Is he going to get this round on the hatchery? Is that what he's even going to go for? The Banelings are there, of course. He needs to be careful not to get big Baneling hits, but he's doing a great job of dealing with those. And of course more Banelings morphing in at the moment for Mr. Barcode, and well, REcco, he is just streaming in those Zerglings near endlessly, trying to pick off those Banelings as quickly as possible. And well, they're not able to morph in. There's more Banelings morphing behind though. All of the Banelings morphing down there do get picked off. We've got 4 Zerglings attacking a Baneling, but only 1 dies. And well, this is pretty damn close. It is so tense watching this right now. This 3rd base is so highly fought over. REcco getting pathogen glands behind this, but there goes a fungal growth on a lot of those Zerglings, but the Infestor is going to die almost certainly. And well, the 2nd Infestor coming in, that's going to die as well. And of course, you can't afford to lose Infestors to that, but a great burrow goes down, and that Infestor does survive with 26 HP. That is pretty well, but REcco, he gets his target, he gets that 3rd base down. That is what he wanted to achieve. And Overseer Morkin in here for JonnyREcco to see those burrowed Infestors so he can pick them up as quickly as he possibly can. Some Banelings down here at the moment. The Roach Warren coming down for REcco. No Roach Warren yet for Mr. Barcode. Those Banelings detonating everywhere for the time being. And well, the burrowed Infestors get picked off. This is good engagement. As you can see, REcco engaging nearly a double the cost effectiveness of his opponent. With just Zerglings alone, this 1-1 upgrade Zergling build so good at the moment. No upgrades at all yet for this lovely, well, +1 missile attack is done, +1 Carapace on its way down now. That Spine Crawler taking some damage, no more Banelings. REcco just able to stream Zerglings across this map right now, dealing so much damage to pretty much everything. Some more Infestors coming in. Fungal Growth does hit quite a few of those Zerglings. Of course, that does do damage. Shame Fungling locks them down as well. Speedlings, one of their biggest attributes is the fact that they're just so quick. As you can see, these burrowed Infestors getting picked off. The Overseer is there for REcco at the moment, and for the final time, it looks like for the time being, a little bit of time bomb, 2-2 upgrades coming down for REcco. So he's loving dominating with that double upgrade play. And well, as you can see, the Queen is going to take a lot of damage. It gets surrounded. The Baneling's trying to morph in, but the Queen goes down very quickly. Fungal Growth hits though on those Zerglings. In terms of what REcco's got, he's just streaming out more units. He's got his 3rd base up. The worker count 54 to 46. JonnyREcco is definitely starting to pull ahead in this match at the moment. The tech advantage is pretty much equal, although the Roach one just coming down now from Mr. Barcode. REcco getting his first Roaches out now. I don't think he actually has any infested yet, even though he does have the infestation optimization pit finished and pathogen glands research, so we'll wait and see if that goes. There we go, the first 2 on their way now. We do have more overseers morphing. We do have the third base getting retaken by the red Zerg player. 3 infestors out for that red Zerg, and well, centrifugal hooks coming down, ready to try and really deal with those Zerglings as best as possible, but there's only a handful of them there. The fungal growth, if they're good, allows the banelings to connect very, very effectively, as you can see here, but of course, Rico just happy to pull back. He is engaging so cost effectively still, which is everything that he could possibly want, and well, he's got the better income, he's engaging more cost effectively. That is exactly what he wants to try and achieve here. 1 roach getting picked off by Rico, but of course that has shown the roaches are on the field. Roach speed is getting researched by both these players. About to finish up for Rico. He's getting the +1 missile attack as well. He does have the 2-2 melee upgrades, and well, the red Zerg player is getting roach speed. He's got the +2 missile attack, and he also has a +1 carapace just finishing up, but the roach is moving forward. And now if Rico micros these roaches well and gets a good pick off on the banelings, he's going to be in a fine spot. There's some good fungal growth to go down for both players there. Some infested talents getting lobbed forward, but Rico seems to have superior numbers now, and he's going to be able to clean up pretty much all of those infestors. The banelings do connect, but of course the roaches are still there. The overseer there for Rico as well, and well, that is just going to allow him to pick off so many of these. And there's the GG from the red Zerg, who has lost pretty much everything. His third base had only just got back up, and well, that was beautiful play by Johnny there. So anyway guys, if you did enjoy, that was game 3, and guess what, I've got yet another game from JonnyREcco, the 4th and final game, so check that out on my channel now. Also, if you're on Twitter, follow me, which is of course on screen now, at Madals SC2, follow Dignitas, which is at Team Dignitas, follow Johnny, which of course is at JonnyREcco, and I will see you at game 4 any second. Bye for now guys.